it's true that we never arrive, that ultimately it seems that's the shift in thinking that um, that makes all the difference. Evan, when you say that the three of us are in pretty good places personally, professionally, that's right. And I think that one thing the three of us have in common is, and for me, this is certainly through trial and error and big errors, but I learned the hard way that there was no destination. That cliche about it's about the journey, not the destination, it it's true. It is actually true. And if you put your hope in the destination, you're going to be disappointed, either because you fail to get there or because you get there and you realize that it's only one point along the way, and then the journey continues.
Which that in and of itself is the journey. Like I wouldn't take that away from any man, like arriving at the destination and feeling that disappointment. This isn't meant to tell you to not go after that thing. It's like a, hey, when you get there, you'll realize something deeply within you, that that thing isn't the thing, and that there's something deeper within you that is the thing.
Yeah. And well, and the shift in thinking for me is that rather than thinking that's the end, that like that's the point where you get there and that's like, oh, there's no more things. I found all the things. It's instead a point for concerting energy, right? It's a point for like, I'm aiming for that one. And Josh talks and writes about this in how he thinks about climbing mountains. That there's something about the summit that focuses your attention and your energy, that I'm trying to get there. But then you're not staying there. You're then, number one, you got to go get back down. But then also you're seeing in the distance the next thing, right? That it's like, it is just a point along the journey. And there's value in those points. And celebrating them and reaching for them. um, but yeah, and it's always how do we make the most of this moment.
The beauty of this too is I think the points are up and down. Like the inverse shape of what you're talking about is also true. It's Rohr that says oftentimes we're led to inner transformation through great love and great suffering. So I think what you're talking about is a great love transformation. There's also great suffering transformations by choice or not by choice that are brought about by our choice or completely outside of our control. So it seems as though this content, this podcast, what we're doing, it will be most relevant to somebody who's touched great love or touched great suffering in some way. And if you haven't touched either of those things, this probably just misses the mark completely. Like doesn't have anywhere to land inside. I would say
We're just nerds.